Hey, be nice, kitties. Hey, I'm Kamurai. This is the play spot where I talk about games and stuff and things. The first thing I want to talk about, mostly because I keep forgetting to mention it on the watch spot, is Heroes of Awesome. If you go over to youtube.com/lovablevarmint to the Weird Girls channel, there is a show running there. It's every Sunday, every other Sunday, as often as they can get it out because it takes a lot of editing to do that much footage. They're doing pre-recorded adventures of D&D. I think they actually ended up starting in fourth and migrating to fifth. And there's not much. Oh, not that one. There's not much to do with that, but you just kind of rock and roll and do it as best you can. I don't know. It's a nice outlet because I like seeing adventures. I like seeing sequential stories. I like the personalities that these guys and gals bring to the table. Brandon does a really good job of DMing. And each of the hero characters really brings their own flair to the game. It balances out really well. They were kind of hurting when Sanchita was gone, but she finally untransformed from a donut and returned to the party. And it actually gives me a little bit of a bug. Like I kind of want to play an RPG in a group, somewhat. Kind of part of it is it's a big commitment. I don't want to be the one that backs out of it, but I don't want to play D&D. No, that sounds stupid. I don't really want to play Pathfinder either. It's like I don't really want to play fantasy per se. And there's like a Call of Cthulhu campaign that's going around or something. I think that's more modern era, but the one that's like I said I don't want to play fantasy, but like I'd be willing to play in the Warhammer Fantasy universe. And that said, like I could get it on board maybe with the Dark Heresy campaign. Because that's much more sci-fi. That's in the Warhammer 40k universe. I could definitely get on board playing Iron Kingdoms. The problem is that I don't understand enough of the process, and I need to study the rulebook more. On like how to be a warcaster, because like in my head I've got this party of characters made up, and maybe that's what I need to do is just create that party of characters and just play test it on my own just to get the hang of it. And then maybe I can DM for a group of other adventurers or something. In my head, because that's the Iron Kingdoms universe with war machines or hordes, if you're familiar with either of those tabletop games, or war strategy games, as we're being forced to label it now that they've stolen tabletop from us. And like I've even got the urge to play War Machine again. So like in my head, I'm trying to line up how much it would cost to get these, and then I remember things like Vassal, and it's like I'd rather just play in Vassal. I really would much rather play in Vassal. Like I would be like you have no idea. I was literally trying to set aside hundreds of dollars for War Machine Tactics when it came out, but it was not the game it promised. It was not War Machine on the computer. It was this independent strategy game, squad-based shooter. With a Iron Kingdom skin. It's not what I wanted. But given the opportunity to buy those models digitally, I would definitely do that. And I don't know why these fucking miniature companies are against that. It's less production on their end for doing it. You can produce digital things and resell the same product over and over and over again. You don't have to pay for pewter and plastic and resin over and over again. It's just insane that Games Workshop and Privateer Press have not gotten on board with this already. Plus, people already want to do it like they're doing it. They're creating things like Vassal. They're creating independent things. Very similar to how like I'm programming Gamebox. In fact, it's on my list to do. It's like at the bottom, but there's so many games to get to before I ever get that far with it. But I'm sure Tabletop Simulator will eventually have a module for it. They're going to lose. They're going to lose hard. It was the same thing with Blood Bowl. Games Workshop didn't want to do Blood Bowl for the longest time. Some people said, fuck it, we're going to do our own. And they wrote and coded a horrible, weirdly looking thing that was themed strongly as Blood Bowl, and it was too similar because Games Workshop sued them and won. But what they did with it was actually kind of amazing. They bought the company and they made them do it right. So they had them do it under the Blood Bowl logo. So congratulations, Cyanide, you failed upwards, but not all stories work out that way. So I don't know. This week's not been great. I've been on sabbatical for the most part for my gaming group. I came back on Tuesday and I played some Super Dungeon Explorer with a buddy, and he wrecked me with the heroes. The Royal Paladin ended up being too strong a thing. I could not get the number of wounds out that I wanted in one round, and he just kept Royal Paladin it up. Every time he got a potion, he'd pass it off to him, and they'd heal. So I've got to figure out a way around that specifically. So maybe I need to make a healer bot team and just play test that against myself. So I'm gonna do that tonight, and then I just got tired. It's too late. I was just like, I'm not gonna do it. And I want to do it tomorrow, but I gotta do laundry, and so we'll see when I get to it. That's gonna be a pointed goal this week. One of the things I did do, I made it a point goal last week, is to go through my friend's game, and I really think he's got like an award-winning concept. It's a matter of whether or not his execution is similar to what the execution is in my head, because we've run into this problem before, is we see two different things. So when we present each other with components of it, we make assumptions of like, well, of course you're going to go this way with this, and they're like, no, why would I do that? I'm like, why wouldn't you do that? So I don't know, but I hope he flushes it out. I also got someone to review one of my card game ideas, and it's mixed feedback, but I think I got some good stuff out of it. And let me finish the card list. I've got initial pricing down for card costs, but I've got to run some simulations. And without physically doing it, like step by step, it's going to look really weird. So I'm kind of trying to push the programming I've got on deck for Gamebox through, and then put it on Gamebox and play test it there, so I can just adjust things bit by bit as necessary. Because I've got 9-card and Monster Office Workplace ready to go. Not ready to go, but like the data entry is already done for them. I just need to do data entry for 7 Wonders. And it doesn't even have the expansions. It pisses me off every time I think about it. So maybe I'll put a straight hold on 7 Wonders, and then get the UI side up for those 3 games. Yeah, actually, that may be the way to go. I like that more and more every time. I'm just thinking about it over. I think I will. I think I'm going to wait on doing 7 Wonders till I get Babel incorporated, and just get my games out or up, get that pushed, and then I'm going to have to change some basic functionality for it. I know I need to redo how the server sets up. It needs to be on a timer, so that it eventually will default to a certain port. Right now, I'll sit there indefinitely until you hit OK, and I didn't mean for that to be like that. So I don't want to talk about programming too much here, but that's what it was. And then let's see. Learning week, which ruins it. Like, okay, so like I finally built up enough social grace to go in and play some games with people. And we had a newcomer. Great. And so we played Mansions of Madness. It was 4 of us, and Matt didn't really know what he's doing running the thing, but he was learning. He looked like he picked it up on the fly well enough. I only remembered what I knew last time. I was like, I get some kind of moves. I know this one item is really badass, so I'm going to take that character. And we lost because we couldn't escape in time. We were all the way across the map with, I think 5 turns available, and I couldn't my character couldn't get out in time, so we would have lost. But he was playing wrong too, and I don't know. The game's so variable. that's hard to pick up on. It's not, and it took a really long time to play and not much enjoyment. I did get a couple of the other players to play Curry with me, so I'll be more excited when I get the physical cards finally. But I don't know. I don't know what other people's problem is playing things electronically, but I seem to be the only one who prefers that out of our gaming group, and maybe I need to keep finding that. But so like we did that, and I learned how to play Zulkin or whatever, or kind of, because dude didn't really know how to play it either. Is playing with new people and playing a game that's I don't think is very good after having learned it, and then trying to learn a new game on top of that just kind of like drained the shit out of me. I think we ended up playing something else after that. Oh yeah, we ended up playing Coup after that, and I don't do line and bluffing games. Man, oh, it's Kitty Cat Scratch. I'm not a fan. I mean, we had the same discussion, kind of like Cash of Guns. Like they were playing that behind us. I'm just like, why? Why is that fun? I don't understand. I don't like Super Fight either. So I don't know. And I gave away my game of Cards Against Humanity to Callie, but she has a game in the store. So, but Zolgan's kind of a worker placement game. It has this interesting mechanic of the Mayan gears. So you run 13 calendar days, and after each round, you increase the gears a day, and then like every 4 days or so you have to feed whoever's out there. So it's this really intense battle of economic, like God, how do you say it, economic maintenance. And then the objective was very unclear, but you need a certain number of points by the 13th calendar day, and then you gain points by going up the ladders for the gods or whatever. And it's the way it scores is very haphazard, unless we were doing it wrong, because you don't score immediately. You score on the special days, unless you're scoring negative, in which case you score immediately. It's just really irritating. But we ended up ending it early. So one of us had to go, and it was like, it seems like a good place to stop. And then so Saturday I got dragged on the board game arena, and I gotta say I don't like board game arena. I don't like that it's gonna handhold me and then do what apparently is wrong. I don't like that at all. I don't enjoy it. I'm not playing a game on there I don't know, where someone else knows and it's explained to me as we go. If you're gonna use it to teach me a game, fine, but I'm not playing something we don't fucking know. Because there were 2 games that we ended up playing, and I hated both of them for very different reasons. One was Quantum, but what was the other one? Ugh. Why is this being a weird little dick? I just want to see what I played. I don't want to be online. I just want to see what shitty games are. Quantum was one of them. That was the second one. But let me... Tash Kalar. And Matt brought this to my attention because I like board strategy games. Like where you're dominating on a board, and that's what this game's all based on, but it does it in the most back-assward way possible. You don't put guys down and then move them around. The way you move them is by putting things down on the board. So if you have guys on the board already, the way you move them is by playing other cards that summon things, which cause magic abilities to cause things to move. And it's super irritating. It really felt like haphazard bullshit nonsense the whole first time. And then like he had to go, so we had to stop. But it was like it took me like 40 minutes to just get the hang of the summoning and movement mechanics. Like looking at the cards and trying to understand what the cards actually mean and how to use that to any sort of advantage. And I think the objective, because it's not made fucking clear when you don't understand the goddamn game on this fucking website, is to complete some tasks, and you complete X number of tasks, or you score a number of points for each task, and the first person to number of tasks or number of points wins. And fuck me if I actually know. Because really, we were just like, I put this down, and you put that down, and I put this down. And he summoned some legendary creature and wiped out half my guys. And then I was like, what happened? But it actually cleared up enough guys in the middle for me to do a couple other things to realize kind of how the game played. So silver linings on a double-edged sword. Oh god, I want to punch the guy in that video pointing at Quantum and smiling. Quantum is for 2 players at least is on a 3x3 grid of planets, and then you roll some dice, and those dice represent the numbers on those dice represent the ships you have. You get 3 to start with. So your very first turn, you're pretty much just deploying your ships. And then you get to do stuff with them, which is move them the number of pips on the die that they represent. Plus, you can you get like 3 actions, and you can move them. You can use their ship abilities, whatever it is per their thing. Or you can spend 2 actions to build a construction cube if it fucking lets you, because Board Game Geek would not let me do it. And the fucking rule book was kind of buried, because I was looking at the rule book. I'm like, okay, I don't see anything on this list. And then like right below where I was reading, there was an additional line or something that says, hey, you can only build 1 cube per planet. Because I had specifically tried to rush the center planet, which had 2 spaces, to build a cube, and then use building the cube to get this bonus card action, because when you complete conquering like that, you get another card. The other card gave me 2 extra actions, which I was going to use to put a 2nd cube down, but I didn't know that because the fucking book was all weird when I was looking at it online. Just irritating. And then I moved my guys to a proper thing. I couldn't build a cube, so I was like, okay, I'll wait a turn and see if it happens. I still couldn't build it, so fuck that game. Fuck Board Game Arena. Maybe I could play it in real life, probably with someone who knows what the fuck they're doing, because I'm not reading that book again to be able to see what can happen. I just killed it. I wrote table flip and I quit. I was done. It's so infuriating. I'm not again. So much so that it kind of broke my will to go game today. I definitely couldn't take learning another fucking new game. And for some reason, people don't want to play the same fucking games we all know. They feel like playing something new and different every fucking time. We have a large catalog of games that a lot of us know how to play. Or at least somebody knows how to play so they can direct it properly. And I don't understand why we don't fucking want to play those. I should probably plug that in. So, I don't know. I'd rather stay home and play Minecraft, but I stayed home and programmed instead. And like I said, I just ran too late. I did play a little bit of Minecraft. I took a couple breaks here and there, and I've got them for like a half hour played. And right now, me playing Minecraft is I just need to stream some of it. Is like securing things. It's like, let's go hunt for iron. Let's go and like build a wall around this town so that monsters stop killing villagers. And right now, I've got villagers stuck on rooftops, so they can't even get to each other to make more babies. But I'm gonna redo this whole town. I'm going to wall it in, which includes the pen. So I've got to figure out something for that. Because we have the same problem at our main garrison, is that like horses don't fit through the doors properly, especially because you're riding them. But maybe that's what we're gonna do. We'll just put them on leads and drag them through. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, so after I at least put up a flimsy one thick wall around to protect from zombies and stuff, and then once we get that, I can make farms and houses and stuff in the town. And probably we'll have to get creative and make a bunch of like teeny tiny skyscraper towns or whatever, so that and then with like steps and things leading away from it, so that they'll actually be able to get to and from the houses and whatnot. But we'll just see. I don't know how it's going to actually end up. So yeah, more Minecraft. Yay! Oh, it's amazing. Um, I'm happy. I'm happy with Minecraft. I would go and like stream some other stuff or whatever, but like I just want to watch. I watched Saw earlier. I want to watch Saw 2 and chillax and eventually pass out and go to work in the morning. I don't want to do that part, but it seems like the smarter plan. Bang, kitty. All right, so I'm gonna go and figure out something that I'm doing here, because I should probably wait another hour or so before I fall asleep. Get that right, Tux. Come here. Bye, people. I'm not a sad kitty, even if I look like it. Like my belly rubbed and a kitty cat scratch. Bye, people.